In West Ham, Connecticut, the mayor addresses a troubling issue involving a mysterious and nauseating smell. The federal government is now involved. The mayor advises residents to leave town for the weekend as they will start testing to find the source. Additionally, all kids over 16 will be bused to the Great Smoky Mountains for a week of camping. The stink is not the only odd thing. High schoolers in West Ham discover graffiti on a wall, a rare sight in their city. The inscription reads, "You've been weighed in the balance and found wanting." Despite the cryptic message, the teens brush it off as some nonsense someone wrote while high. As the students bid farewell to their parents, eager to escape the confines of their stagnant city, 5 buses set out from West Ham. However, their anticipated journey takes an unexpected turn during a massive storm. While the students sleep, the buses return to the city, lights flicker on to reveal a sudden change of plans. The driver informs the groggy students that due to rock slides, the camping trip is cancelled. Disoriented and disappointed, the students disembark, only to find themselves alone in an eerily quiet city. To their surprise, the buses, with no warning, drive off into the night. Concerned, the kids attempt to contact their parents, but all calls go unanswered, speculating that they are asleep. Will asks Allie if he can crash at her place for the night, and Allie's sister, Cassandra, approves. As the teens return home, they find empty houses but occupied driveways. Limited to calls and messages due to storm-damaged mobile data, they gather and realize none can reach anyone beyond their bus camp group. Speculating on their family's whereabouts, Cassandra suggests sleeping and reconvening in the morning. Harry, dissatisfied, calls out Cassandra's advice, frustrated by the lack of answers. Lexi doesn't take Cassandra's advice to heart, sure that something is wrong. Gwen tries to calm her down, suggesting it's because of the odor, since it's the only thing that makes sense. With no sign of adults around, the kids decide to make the most of the mysterious night by turning a church into the ultimate party spot. It's a wild night with no rules, and they revel in doing things they couldn't normally do, trashing the church and letting loose with alcohol. However, the fun takes a sharp turn for some. Harry's night goes downhill when his girlfriend, Kel, catches him in a compromising situation, leading to a heated confrontation. Campbell's attempt at romance is met with rejection from a ballerina, and under the influence, Allie impulsively confesses her feelings to Will with a kiss, but it backfires, straining their friendship. Meanwhile, the jocks who discovered the cryptic writing earlier notice its disappearance. Clark dismisses it as a cleanup, unaware of the ominous undertones. As the night progresses, Gordy receives a call from Bean, revealing that they are isolated, no Wi-Fi, no satellite TV, and even 911 is unreachable. It's as if there's nothing beyond their city. The next morning, the teens reconvene, and Cassandra suggests driving to a nearby city to check where everyone went. Harry volunteers, taking Luke with him. Meanwhile, Sam points out to Allie that the once overwhelming smell is now absent. As they're about to leave the city, their journey comes to an abrupt halt. The road, once clear, is now overgrown with weeds and trees, creating an unexpected barrier right at the city's border. They rush to check out the bridge, but at every turn they look, it's like there has never been civilization before. Once again, the students regroup, discussing their predicament. Harry proposes a theory that they're being tested by the government, placed in an exact replica of their town. According to him, they just need to accomplish something to escape, but the details remain elusive. Cassandra, however, rejects the idea that they're in some kind of play within a play. She believes there must be a logical explanation for their situation. In an effort to find answers, Luke volunteers to organize a search party with Grizz to explore the woods. Irritated by the lack of direction, Harry decides to focus on something more immediate, eating. He invites Kel to join him, but she wants nothing to do with him, leaving Harry to drive away alone. Adding to the tension, Campbell takes a photo of the blocked road and sends it to everyone, highlighting the severity of their situation. He ignores Cassandra's attempts to stop him, amplifying the sense of uncertainty and fear among the students who receive the message, making them go and see their new reality for themselves. Panic ensues, with everyone rushing to stock up on supplies from the local market. In the midst of the chaos, Allie confronts Will for ignoring her calls. However, Will, still upset from the recent event, refuses to engage in conversation, simply suggesting that they focus on stocking up on food while there is any left. In the midst of the chaos, Cassandra attempts to access drugs from a locked area, prompting Gordy to question her actions. Upon seeing her pale, bluish complexion, Gordy discerns that something is seriously wrong. Cassandra, revealing her congenital heart defect, is immediately taken home by Gordy. However, their search for the necessary pills proves fruitless, as Cassandra doesn't have them at home either. Faced with fear, Cassandra expresses her concerns, but Gordy tries to reassure her. Understanding the gravity of her congenital heart defect and the need for consistent medical care, he makes a heartfelt promise. If things don't return to normal, and they remain stuck in their current situation, Gordy pledges to do whatever it takes to take care of Cassandra. even if it means becoming a doctor. He believes Cassandra is a born leader. The search party is well prepared, packing enough food to sustain them for 5 days, sufficient for their journey on foot to the next city and back. Under the pressure of the situation, Harry resorts to taking Xanax. In a moment of discovery, he finds condoms, but his father passed away 6 months ago. Shocked, he confides in Kel about his mother's involvement with someone else. Kel, however, dismisses the relevance of their parents' relationships, and when Harry reveals gold bars as their only advantage, she remains uninterested. Trust shattered after the events of the previous day, Kel distances herself, considering gold just a piece of metal, leaving Harry isolated. During a lunch break, a playful atmosphere envelops the search party. Emily decides to grab some peanut butter, but an unfortunate encounter with a snake results in a bite. Grizz swiftly takes charge, directing Emily to lie down and stay calm. The pain becomes excruciating. Grizz ties up her ankle in an attempt to prevent the poison from spreading, but it becomes apparent that time is running out. Emily rapidly loses color, and the situation becomes increasingly dire. Cassandra repeatedly tries to reach her mother without success. When Allie returns, she reveals she had Cassandra's medicine all along, thinking Cassandra might have forgotten it. Allie acknowledges the chaos among the students and stresses the need for Cassandra to take charge, but Cassandra's immediate concern is getting her medicine. Kel stands in silence, ominously staring at a burned-down house. Will notices her concern and suggests breaking into a restaurant for some food. Having harbored feelings for Kel since he moved to the city, Will seizes the opportunity now that she and Harry are no longer a couple. However, Kel, still processing recent events, remains hesitant to engage in anything beyond the immediate situation. Emily's condition worsens, and she begins to suffocate. Grizz, feeling helpless and 3 hours away from civilization, realizes that the snake likely wasn't venomous, and Emily is experiencing a fatal allergic reaction. In shock, Grizz watches as Luke attempts CPR, but despite the efforts, it's too late. Emily is gone. Bean is determined to understand why their city is an exact replica, with electricity and functioning cell phones. Sam is skeptical, suggesting there might be no answer. Bean refuses to accept this, speculating about possible scenarios like kidnapping. Sam lacks answers, leaving Bean resolved to find out the truth behind the mysterious events. The search party transports Emily back to town, and Grizz is convinced that the writing they discovered yesterday holds significant meaning. To address the situation, they discreetly text Helen, urging everyone to assemble at the church without revealing the specific reason, in an effort to minimize panic. While the party is on their way back, Cassandra seizes the opportunity to address the group and establish ground rules to prevent conflicts. She emphasizes the need to ration food to avoid starvation, but Harry, as always, challenges Cassandra, questioning how they will decide who gets what. It's called democracy. Cassandra suggests a game of chance to settle their dispute, proposing a coin toss. Cassandra takes tails and throws a coin. It's tails. Best of 3, it's tails again. And again and again. The coin lands on tails 7 times in a row, causing confusion among the group. Cassandra eventually flips heads, relieving the tension. With the responsibility on them to build a civilization, sharing resources becomes crucial. However, conflicts arise, particularly between Will, who has lost everything, and Harry, a wealthy kid. Before they can resolve their differences, a gunshot interrupts the room. It's Campbell, aligning with Harry's sentiment against Cassandra's leadership. He points a gun at her, causing tension. Cassandra warns that shooting her will lead to chaos, but Campbell clarifies that he merely wanted everyone's attention. He calls off the meeting until the return of the search party, encouraging everyone who doesn't want to listen to Cassandra to follow him. However, the party returns with tragic news, placing Emily's body on the table. Luke reveals that there is nothing out there beyond their city, just woods that go on forever and they are all alone. While everyone mourns, Campbell exhibits hostility towards Sam, his cousin, revealing how he always hated him and forcing him to surrender house keys after calling him a homo. Mourning Emily's loss, the group disperses without answers or security, leaving them with uncertainty and fear. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.